Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. It's located on the west spawn of Sand River, and this one is under my command, under my NA account, Biggest Dickus. Yes, that is the reference to the Monty Python sketch in The Life of Brian. Well, you can see this is my M44. It hasn't, I haven't fully decked it out yet with all the equipment, or rather, I haven't got the innovative rammer yet. It's got a rammer and it's got a GLD, and I think I've also got a camo net as well on it. Yes, I have got a camo net down there. It's the 155mm howitzer, which can do 550 alpha if it can penetrate the enemy target, 39mm of penetration, and it's got a burst radius of 7 meters. This is a 2-battle video. You're going to see the first battle on Sand River, and then the second one a little later on El Halluf. So 2 desert campaigns. I'm looking off down to the south at the moment. I'm expecting an enemy target to somewhere appear in those dunes, and hoping I can get around into him, but instead we get a Tiger P turn up on the ramp. That's the ramp that Quickie Baby used to use quite a lot. Yeah, put around into him. Not into Quickie Baby, of course, although I'd like to do that on occasion. Yes, he doesn't particularly like Arty, but obviously I do, and therefore I would like to pay him a few personal visits. That's 2 rounds hit, that Tiger P. He's not going to be a happy bunny right now. And that heavy tank number 6 is the next target if he stays there, but he's disappeared from sight. Just got nobody down there to actually spot. But somebody did turn up on the south end of the map, and it's a Hellcat. And he's sitting on the edge of that ridge line. He's just stayed there a fraction too long, and our Super Hellcat got him. Okay, right up in the north of the map, in the northeast corner, we've got a couple of enemy tanks have been encountered by our Peter. First round goes out on a E75 and stuns him. He was just pulling back too quickly for me to get a shot on him, but that T-34-100, the constructor, has actually been hit and he is out the game. E75 running away, and that was a bit late on the lead. I didn't give enough lead and consequently didn't hit the target. That's a Sherman Jumbo. And just over here we've got a Sterling Mill who's got his back to us and probably doesn't realise that, yes, M44 can do a lot of damage to you. Even a near miss, 215 hit points. I'm lining him up for the second shot. If I can land that shot inside that cockpit, he's going to be a goner for sure. It looks like one of my teammates actually hit him. Rounds out. Here we go. Oh, it lands the other side of him this time. So RNG is not giving me a good battle so far. Yes, he was trying to take the hit points off our my teammate over there in the KV-122. The Sherman Jumbo's come along to try and shoot him. Unfortunately, the FV-304 on the enemy team gets there beforehand. So I'm now trying to stop that Sherman Jumbo from getting at our teammates who are trying to come through the northern pass. There's that Sterling Mill. I fire a quick snapshot at him. Unfortunately, he moves out the way just in time to avoid getting hit. He probably knew the Arty round was on its way in. That thing's got great gun depression, but it's so slow and it's a big target with no armour. So it's a very easy kill if you can get a shot on him. And I did. A blind shot kill for the Sterling Mill. He's out the game. Sherman Jumbo's blocking our E25 coming through that gap, and there's a P43 turret up there. Gonna try and get around into him. He didn't come all the way back, and that's why that shell's a complete dud. Okay, the Tiger P I hit earlier in the game has actually moved down to the well, he's actually now gone back into the dip again, into the riverbed. Sherman Jumbo's still blocking that path. Blocking the pass, I should say, not a path. And he put a round into that Peter. Yeah, and the Peter's got a 90mm gun, so he should be able to penetrate the frontal armour on the E2. So he's probably angling well enough. Yes, you can see there's a few bounces off his frontal plate. And I've said to him, don't go any further, stay where you are, and that will actually get me to get shells on him. There you go, that's better. Now I can keep hammering him like that. I actually told him to stop, fall back, and let this Peter stay up there, this Sherman Jumbo stay up there, and the E25's now coming up behind the Sherman Jumbo, who suddenly realised he's about to get shot in the ass. And it's too late, the E25 got him. So nice bit of coordination there. We're one tank up on the enemy, but there's still an awful lot of enemy tanks out there. This game could go either way. Now, there was an enemy tank seen in that position, but he's not spotted at the moment. And I just saw a tracer come out from that area there, so I suspect, yes, there was an Arty there. I did fire in the correct spot. I saw the tracer coming from that spot directly, and I knew that somebody in an Arty had to be in that corner, and I correctly judged exactly where he was. Okay, so I've got my second kill. T25-2, next enemy. Just gone in for the ram on our T25-2, but he didn't reckon on there being an SU-100 to help. And I fire in around as well, which stuns him. Unfortunately, it stuns my teammates as well, but it did do some damage. 60 hit points of damage, and the stun enabled them to get the kill. Okay, I'm still waiting for that enemy. There's an Is there an E25 on the enemy team? Somewhere around there. I'm wondering if he's up there or if he's moved back. Our E25's moving up. He should be coming into frame shortly. He's gone into the dip to conceal himself. Oh, now he just got taken out by the enemy FV304. And I'm trying to work out where that little Arty might be, the Burt. I'm thinking he's going to be somewhere around about here. Oh, I just saw the tracer. Yeah, just saw the tracer. I know where he is now. I saw the tracer appear from his vehicle. But we've got a heavy tank number 6 we need to get rid of. And he's low on hit points. And he's killed before I can get the shot in. So I remember where the spot was that he was firing from. The Burt's there. And he's not there anymore. In fact, it wasn't the Burt, it was the M44. So that's 2 M44s I've taken out of the game. Up to 3 kills now. Still looking for that Burt. He's somewhere in this neighbourhood. I'm wondering if he's up here or the E25's up there. We know that Tiger P's down in the dip in the riverbed, but he's nicely concealed by that wall. But he gets taken out by the SU-100. So is there somebody up here? An E25? And is the Arty over in that dip? I'll fire a round in just to make sure. Doesn't appear to be anyone there. I'm still wondering if the FV304 is in around about that spot. Can't see any tracer. Nothing coming from this area here. That's another spot for firing from. And there's a tree knocked down there, but that may have been knocked down some time ago when they were moving to their firing positions. Oh! Okay, we've got a Panzer IV Schmaltern. The Schmaltern being the turret. This is a special turret on that tank, and it's got those Schussen, the skirts on the side of the vehicle. Now, I've aimed ahead of his track, hoping that I might be able to get dialed in before he appeared, but he disappeared from sight. We're still only 1 tank up on the enemy, and there's now only 5 enemies left. And I'm still wondering if that E25 is up there somewhere on that cliff. Switch back to the Schmaltern, who's just killed our T-3485M. My teammate in the other Arty fired a round in. Reckon he's somewhere around about there. Nope. I need the Peter and the T25-2 to confirm the position of the enemy. But I'm actually switching to... I'm actually turning and moving. Oh, no, I was about to move position. I've gone back to the Panzer IV Schmalten. He suddenly appeared again. So I'm having to dial in again. The guy's running because he's very low on hit points, and that was a bad shot because that was quite late, but it still stunned him. Wasn't on target though, that's the thing. And he's taken out the game by the Peter. So we're still one tank up on the enemy. This time round I am going to move. I was preparing to actually take the route on the north side, the north bank of the river. But this time round I actually am going to go to the south side. Because obviously the Schmalten's gone, so there's no threat on this side of the map as far as I can make out. Now the enemy team still has one Arty, 3 tank destroyers, an E25 Jagdpanther and a Jagdpanzer 4, together with that FV304, and we still haven't pinned him down either. 4 minutes left in the game, so I'm going to have to get a move on because I might have to start capping. Put pressure on the enemy. There's the E25. So he was on the north bank. So good job I didn't move in that direction. But he still gets nailed by our Peter. Unfortunately, the Peter then gets nailed by the Jagdpanzer 4. So we're still only one tank advantage in this. And it can still go either way. The Jagdpanzer 4's just found our T25-2. But I'm not really in a position to actually help. Because the mosque is going to be in the way. Okay, lining myself up to shoot at the Jagdpanzer 4 and found the FV304 in sight, so I've got to get rid of that guy first. He's just about to move. Oh, it would have been bang on target. So I'm now going back. Where is that Jagdpanzer 4? Can't see him. T25-2's pulled back to avoid getting shot by him. And the Jagdpanzer has, or the Jagdpanther rather, has been found by our E25. So I fire a quick snapshot in. It stuns him, but it doesn't kill him. E25's going up to that rocky outcropping that he can climb up onto so he can spot further, I think. It's going round the south part. Or is he coming back to his own cap? No, he's going to the south edge of the map, so he's got the height to see the enemy. And, well, the first enemy we see is the Jagdpanzer 4. He's low on hit points, dialing in, rounds out, lands nearby, stuns him, but it doesn't kill him. The FV304 had been in sight, but I lost him again. Then we got him back again, so I'm going back to him. Only a few seconds away from shooting. Now, rounds out. That was as quick as I could get it. And we did get some damage, and the FV304 is killed by the E25, leaving just the Jagdpanther. That's the 2-minute warning. This one is going down to the wire. Can I get a shot on this guy? He took out our T25-2. I fire a snapshot in. Again, I missed. So now I'm sort of like working out, where is he going to go? Is he going to go straight to the cap? And the Jagdpanther comes into sight as well. He's after our E25. At least I can hit him. Rounds out. Lands short. We go back to the Jagdpanther. Where is that Jagdpanzer 4? Oh, this is going to be such a close one. E25's looking for him. He looks like he may have gone north of the bank. North bank of the river, and skirted around, and he's going to come up on the M44, who's skedaddled out of his previous position, is now gone over the top, and he's coming down my side. Well, we're waiting for the E25 to see the Jagdpanzer 4, who's probably trying to work his way into our cap area and looking for the M44. Oh, he found him! He was in the riverbed! He found him, but I've got no shots! But the E25 does get the kill, but now we're desperately short of time. Only half a minute to go. There's only one enemy left. It's the Jagdpanther, but we can't see him. We need E25 to find him. And the Peter's saying this is going to be a draw. It's going to be close. 20 seconds. He needs to find the Jagdpanther for us to kill. Of course, if we go looking for him, he's going to kill us. And he's found the Jagdpanther. We're dialing in on his position. He's moved. Rounds out. Oh, I hit him, but only 237 hit points. He's a one shot for 77, and we've run out of time. And he killed the E25 just before that shot went in. So it is going to be a draw. But let's have a look at the second battle before we get to the results. And as I said previously, the second battle is on El Halluf. Same vehicle, same player. Let's get on with it. Okay, well, we're off, and the first thing I see is that there's an E25 on our team with 3 marks of excellence on his barrel. Bit of a traffic jam to start with, but I'm now moving, and I'm going to try and get to my firing position. Knock down the camp first. Always try and do that if I can. Get rid of the any hiding place, because of course camps will explode your HE round before it hits the target if the target is hiding behind it. And of course, whenever you go through the camp, you pick up some wood, and it's always nice getting wood. Yes, I know, it's a joke. Okay, well, an enemy tank was seen in the centre, but surprisingly it was a Dicamax. And I aimed that round where I last saw where he was last seen, just in case he was still there, and I'm now just reversing back up the slope, keeping my gun facing towards the enemy just in case they turn up. Okay, well, the next target I see is a T29, somewhere around that spot. And we've got sound. Good, at last. So we didn't get any sound at all in the previous one from the engine, but this is down to wargaming. And yes, that Dicamax was there, and the EBR just killed him. Okay, T-34-85. He's up on top of the cliff, takes a round. Say this is on my NA account, which of course I was opened using the promotional codes given out by Klaus Kellerman, using Zoe Balls as my reference, as my tutor. So Zoe ended up getting a free tank out of it, and Klaus Kellerman won the competition to get the free computer from Wargaming. And that definitely hit something. There was somebody hiding in that bush. Now, last tank that was seen in that bush was an E25. So if the E25 was still there, he just took a round from 155mm round, potential 550 alpha. I aimed the second shell at the other bush, but it, yeah, didn't hit the target. RNG's playing with me again. Rounds out the same bush again. Has he come back? No. That time round, there wasn't something there, so the shell went directly to the target. RNG said no. Okay, over in the confrontation area in the northwest corner, northeast corner, so northwest corner, what am I saying? We've got a Striv 74, which of course is a Swedish medium. Over here, KV4. Now that's a Russian tank, so I expect my shells won't go nowhere near it. Rounds out. Yeah, as usual, the Russian cloak of dispersion makes the shell go anywhere except on the target. Back to that Striv 74. Got great gun depression in that tank. Very difficult to get those. But I got a nice little hit for 203 hit points, which is going to make him feel a bit, well, annoyed. Oh, he's decided to shoot through the gap at our teammates. Going back to the KV4. Almost fully dialed in. Rounds out. And he hit that time. But not a lot of damage. Only 57 hit points. Bit disappointing. Considering the shell's actually hitting the top armor of the tank. Not going to get a shot in the O-knee. But I'm going back to that KV4. Fully dialed in. Rounds out. And again it hits the rock face. I mean, that is obvious that dispersion. You can see the reticule was actually right on the edge. So the shell hit the edge of the reticule twice when I've aimed at that tank. Going back to the Striv. he's not so lucky. There's no Russian cloak of dispersion for a Swedish tank, and he took that round and lost 214 hit points. So I think Klaus is right. There is a Russian cloak of dispersion. If you aim at a Soviet tank, you don't get as much on target. In fact, he pulled forward just as I fired, so the shell, of course, instead of actually hitting the rock face or going short, actually went long, and of course the KV-4 was missed altogether again. Oni. Oh, he felt that one. Yeah, 174 hit points of damage, but it went right into the side of the vehicle, and he burnt his first aid kit straight away. Gonna try and get another one on him. Rounds out. It definitely hit. I think it hit the boobies. It's the fallen Oni with the big boobies. Yes, I know. It's a joke from Hello Hello. Go for it again. Rounds out. Yeah, that one he felt as well. He's out the game. It's my first kill. And the KV-4's come around the corner. So this time round, the Russian cloak of dispersion shouldn't work. But, oh, he's dead anyway. So we're doing quite well because there's only 5 enemy tanks left. 2 tank destroyers, an SU-130PM and an E-25 and 3 Arty. Now, an SU-130PM was seen just behind that rock face, so we're firing rounds in just to see if we can catch him out. It's always worth a quick shot just to see if he is there. Rounds out. Long flight time. Now, I'm actually changing position here because there's a possibility the E-25 or one of the enemy might have been able to cross, but I'm also propelling myself to get closer so I can get better shots and potentially pick up a high caliber. Not high caliber, sorry, a counter battery. That's better. I'm also trying to get a better angle on that SU-130PM because if I can actually get over to the west side of the map, that rock shouldn't bother me so much. Okay, nice position here. I've got bushes to protect me. Now, can I get shots on the E-25? There's the E-25. Okay, so he didn't cross the valley. He's actually still over there. Rounds out. Direct hit wipes him out. 247 hit points. We've got 1 tank destroyer, 1 SU-130PM. He did move position. He's somewhere just around about there. Rounds out. No, Russian cloak of dispersion seems to be working quite well. Looking round, wondering where he's gone now. Okay, the Hummel's been spotted. Can't get a shot on him though. M44 was at the back with the SU-130PM, but we don't know where they are now. I would have thought the SU-130PM would have moved forward. Yes, he did! There he was behind that bush. He was obviously moving forward to shoot at our teammates. Can I get around him before he goes unsighted? No. I'm going to fire at that bush anyway. No, he changes position. Put it there.
That was close.
Well, it went to the aim spot, but of course he wasn't there. I'm going to have to try that bush again. Looks like my teammates are also firing in. Oh, he was there! And again, the shell hits the bush bang on, but the SU-130PM is not there, but he does get damaged by my teammates. So he is very, very low on hit points now. It'd be nice to get another kill. And the enemy M44 is being very cheeky because he's actually come across the battlefield. Looks like, oh, that didn't work out too well for him. He met the ISU-152 and got one-shotted. So going back to the same bush again, in the hope we can catch that SU-130PM. Nope. It's a 2.3 second flight time for the shell from where I am up in the north. They're closing in. Rounds out just behind the bush. No, he's still not there. Remember, he is a one-shot, a splash kill now. So the moment they spot him, I should be able to get a shot in. Now, where is he? Oh, he moved and he just killed our E25. But I fire a round in. This time round, I don't miss. And it means there's only one enemy left. It's a Hummel. Now, where is he? He's very close to the water. And I have suspicions that that guy has run straight for the water edge. Or for the cliff edge. He should be behind that rock. Fire a round in anyway. No, he's gone and crashed it. He did dive over the edge of the cliff and kill himself rather than face the enemy, which obviously is not the sporting thing. You don't do that. You try and get as much damage on the enemy as you can. You don't kill yourself. Always fight to the bitter end and try and get as many hit points as you can off the enemy. So, one scumbag, because that's the true name to someone who does suicide. It's not a reference to all Arty. Not all Arties are scumbags. Most are really good players, but the ones who suicide are scumbags. They deserve that title. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, this is the first battle on Sand River, and you can see I managed to get an ace tanker for the first time on my American account, my NA account. I also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got 17, and I got the high caliber in that game for the most damage overall, and a win rate of 6082. But sadly, it was a draw. We just didn't have enough time to get another shot out to kill the Jagdpanther, even though he was down to his last few hit points right at the end. If we look at the team score, we can see, yes, I did get the highest damage in the game, 2,530 hit points. The next highest being the other M44 in our team with 1,883, followed by the M44 in the enemy team. I voted for Trump, managed to get 1,741. When it came to kills, yes, actually in second place because the Jagdpanther and the Jagdpanzer 4 both managed to get 4 kills. 3 kills to the FV304 on the enemy team, who did make it very difficult for me to kill him, and 3 kills for myself and the E25. When it came to base XP, yes, I'm top on that one. 714, sorry, not 2,000. 639 goes to the other M44, and after that, it was the Jagdpanther who managed to get 516 XP, even though he was on the losing team. I fired 32 rounds in that game, got 7 direct hits, 2 penetration, 21 splash. Damage of 2,530 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I earned 76,667 credits from the day. I actually got a reward for completing the mission, plus I had personal reserves on that one. And because it was a draw and I got an epic medal, or rather a battle hero medal, I got 5,361 courageous resistance reward. So 76,667, which is not bad. I also picked up 3,405 experience points from that game. That's again not a bad total. Let's have a look at the results for the El Halluf game. Well, it wasn't an ace tanker, but it was a first mark of excellence during that game. And I also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. I got a win rate of 4,233, so still fairly good on standard, but unfortunately I didn't get any other medal. Let's have a look at the team score and we'll see why. Well, the highest damage was actually done by a 7032 on our team. He got 3,049 hit points. The next high scorer being that SU-130PM, who was very difficult to kill. 2,266 goes to him. And then 2,028 goes to the ISU-152. I followed up with 1,811, so not enough damage to actually get the top spot, or not enough enemies hit to get a Confederate. When it came to kills though, I was at the top and shared it with the SU-130PM and the E25 on the enemy team, all got 3 kills each. And when it came to base XP, I was in second place. The 7032 managed 1,141 to go with his highest damage, although he didn't get a high caliber. I got 815 base from that game, and 694 went to the E25 on our team. I got 28 shots fired, 10 direct hits, 1 penetration, 13 splash, damage of 1,811 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. I earned 90,751 credits from that game. I also got another mission completion reward, and I also picked up 3,667 experience points. Sadly, that was also a point limit reach, which means now I cannot use this in Battle Pass anymore to earn any more Battle Pass points. So from now on, my M44 has to sit in the garage and only be taken out if I want to get the daily double or the daily multiplier to actually get more experience points out of it. But I cannot use it for Battle Pass anymore. But I do get a first mark of excellence on the barrel, and as soon as Battle Pass is over, I will be using this Arty heavily to get the second mark on the barrel as well. And at least in the previous battle, I did get an ace tanker and a high caliber, so it was worth it from that perspective. I hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel, please. And thanks for watching.